A good night of Shabbos to everyone. Shabbos Pashas Bahar B'Chkeisei Tovshin Pei Gimel. Rabbi Chaim, this week in Lubavitch we had 5 or so tragedies. Young people, starting with a 72-year-old Rav Chadad in a manayil of education for the Chabad institutions in Kfar Chabad. Then Rabbi Beidelman, Motzei Shabbos, a 40-year-old. Rabbi Eli Beidelman had a sudden heart attack and passed away. Rav Chadad passed away. Then we had Rabbi Eli Tenenbaum, the wonderful mechanech educator at 76 who passed on from Crown Heights. Then we had Rabbi Akiva Wagner, 55 years old, the Rosh Yeshiva of the Yeshiva in Toronto, a very special Yid. And most recently, Rabbi Yoina Prus, 59 years old, of London, England, the Shliach there, passed on. So we need more simcha, and we need to know that a person's mission finishes, that's it. Jump up and down, backwards and forwards, right and left. The Eibishter wants you, you go. But we have to know that there is not just light at the end of the tunnel, there is light now. So what's the light? Well, today the videos are going to be about the Belzer Beis Medrash at number 63 Achad Ha'om Street in Tel Aviv. Can you imagine Achad Ha'om, who wasn't from the most observable religious people? And on that street, at number 63, the Belzer Rebbe, Rabbi Aaron Rekeach, the great tzaddik, who survived Nazi Germany, and he was saved miraculously in 1944, and he settled ultimately in Tel Aviv because he said there were no churches there at all. In Jaffa, right outside there is, but not in Tel Aviv, and he called it a holy city, and that's where he lived, not in Yerushalayim, although for Yerushalayim he would go there, I believe in the summer for a while, but throughout the year, primarily he was in Tel Aviv, and they said he was like a Malach Elikim, like an angel of God. Point in case, my grandfather, who was a Vishnitz Chassid, who survived the war, and he came to Eretz Yisrael. At that time, he was beardless. He didn't have a beard. And he knew that if he went to the Belzer Rebbe, it would be tzoros for him. He would have issues. And he would say this. The Vishnitz Rebbe, Rabbi Chaim Hagar, who lived in Bnei Brak, the Vishnitz Rebbe, when you came to see him for a bracha, he would glet you. Glet you means he would pat you nicely on the cheek and say, you're so wonderful, you're so special, on and on. But he said, my grandfather said, if I go to have a private audience with the Belzer Rebbe, he'll look at me and he'll say one word, or just look at me in a way that implies, where's your beard? You're a Vishnitz Chassid. You come from Vishnitz Chassidim for generations. 150 years, 200 years of Vishnitz Chassidim, where's your beard? And he wouldn't put on a beard. He wasn't ready at the time to put on a beard. Later in his life, he put on a beard, but that time he didn't. He wouldn't. He said he knew for sure that the next morning he would drop dead, he would die, because of the Peda, because of the stern reaction that the Belzer Rebbe implied towards him. Now, that doesn't mean to say the Belzer Rebbe was a mean fellow and all that. But the Nakuda is, the point is that the Belzer Rebbe was known as a Malach Elikim. Anything that came out from his mouth was fulfilled. So, today, there is the Belzer Hoif, the Belzer court, where they have the Beis Medrash of the Rebbe, the Yechidus room, and actually the room in where he lived. And I videoed all that, and we'll show that in today's clip, Simrat Hashem. And when we know that we have amongst us tzaddikim, chassidim, rabbonim, and good to Yidden, we have good people, we have who to rely on and work with, but at the end of the day, it takes your own avodah. And all of these 5 people that we mentioned earlier, they worked on themselves, they refined themselves, one more, one less, but everyone in their own way contributed to the greater Klal Yisrael. May the Eibishter help that through the simcha of Shabbos Pashas B'Chkeisei, we have Shabbos Chazak, 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 V'nis Chazek. We strengthen ourselves, and then we're all nischazek with the nun, nischazek. We are all together in the chizuk. That through this we'll have simchas, geula, yeshua, refuah, shidduchim, toivim, healthy children, Yiddish chassidische nachas, and we'll be zeicher to gilim Mashiach, malkeinu b'roshenu, amen ve'amen, b'korev mamash, a good Shabbos.